So Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder has recently came out and said he will knock Andy Ruiz out, just like all the rest. Let's talk about it. So this is a fight that's pretty much on the horizon. You know, this is a fight that we all know this eventually will happen. It's just a matter if they can get past their respective opponents leading up to it. You know, Wilder has a potential Luis Ortiz fight and a Tyson Fury fight on the horizon. And Andy Ruiz has a rematch with Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia. Now, if Ruiz so happens gets past Joshua, he has a fight with Kubrat Pulev. I think it's a mandatory. Bob Arum is really coming out being vocal about that. So he may have to fight Kubrat Pulev. Now, for those who don't know, I believe Andy Ruiz Jr. beat Pulev in amateurs. So I believe he could do it again. With the momentum that he has now or whatnot, I think Ruiz could do it again. We don't see too much of Kubrat at all. We barely see this guy, you know. So I think Ruiz could be able to handle that easily. And then eventually, if both men are successful, it'll be leading up to a huge pay-per-view showdown. Huge. I mean, that'd be the biggest fight. That'd probably be the biggest fight in boxing. I think that's brewing. Now, of course, we got Crawford Spence, but we don't know what's going to happen with that. But as far as Wilder, you know, we have the Wilder has Tyson Fury, and then he has Andy Ruiz. And if he can get past Tyson Fury, then there's Ruiz, and then that's an undisputed title fight for all the marbles. Black versus brown. Come on, we already know that the blacks and Hispanics, the blacks and the Mexicans, the blacks and Latinos, we always put up some of the biggest fights in sports, period. Boxing, period. So it'd be the first for the heavyweight division, and it'd be something to see. Now, Wilder say he's going to knock him out like he does all the rest. He say he respects Ruiz. I think they really do respect each other, but at the same time, they both heavyweights. They got to fight. You know, Ruiz has something that Wilder wants. Wilder has something that Ruiz wants. And it'd be good if both guys could make it into an eventual showdown. It ain't going to be easy. And I always felt that Tyson Fury was Wilder's worst matchup. That was the worst matchup for Wilder. I always said it. And it showed in this fight. Why? Because Tyson Fury is the type of guy that'll have you come to him. And that's not something Wilder traditionally does. Wilder's the guy who's on the back foot, or he lets you come to him. And we seen how Wilder performance showed in a Fury fight. He looked awful. I mean, I'm a huge Wilder fan. He's my favorite boxer, but he looked awful in that fight. He looked bad, you know, and I feel he will correct it in the rematch. Now, as far as Ruiz and Wilder matchup, I feel that Wilder is all wrong for Andy Ruiz Jr. Wilder's, like I said before, Wilder's toughest matchups is Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury. Andy Ruiz, I love the guy. He's great for the sport. I'm a fan. But Wilder is a horrible matchup for Andy Ruiz Jr. Not because of the obvious reasons. It's because of the fact that this dude, Wilder can match his speed. Not necessarily the combos, but hand speed. Wilder arguably has some of the fastest hand speed in the heavyweight division. Wilder can knock you off from any angle. Wilder, all it takes is one punch. All it takes is one punch with Wilder. You know, Ruiz will have to be on Wilder like white on rice if he wanted to really make something happen against a fight against Wilder. Wilder's faster. Wilder, he's unorthodox. You don't really know what he's going to do. Now against Ruiz and AJ is a little bit more predictable as a fighter. He's a little bit more predictable. Now, he may come out in his rematch and surprise everybody with something new. I don't know. I don't see it. You know, AJ's very traditional, very conventional. He's very predictable. I mean, you know what he's going to do. But Wilder, you don't know what he's going to do. Dangerous matchup for Andy Ruiz Jr. And if you was to ask me who I have winning that fight, I automatically will say Wilder, because I feel that's just a bad matchup for Ruiz. It's not that Ruiz just not good as a fighter. It's not that he doesn't have what it takes. I just think stylistically that's a horrible matchup for Ruiz Jr. You know, just like Tyson Fury is a bad matchup for Wilder. However, Wilder does have certain intangibles in order for him to possibly beat a Tyson Fury cleanly. We all seen what happened in the first fight when Wilder knocked him down twice, arguably knocked him out the second time, you know, but Tyson Fury rose up like the Undertaker. So very interesting for the heavyweight division. You know, we got a lot of little filler fights that we got to deal with right now. Of course, Ruiz Joshua isn't a filler fight. It's a real fight. And if AJ was to beat Ruiz, he's back in the picture again. If AJ is to lose against Ruiz, it's going to be a longer road to get back to the top. Believe that. But, article link in the description. Wilder said he will knock Ruiz out like all the rest. The respect is there. They both respect each other. Ruiz said he's going to beat Wilder's ass. And, the trash talk is already starting. You know, I don't want the fans to be all at each other's throats about this. Both fighters respect each other. It's all love. But at the end of the day, it's a sport. They on the opposite teams. They got to go against each other. That's just what it is. This will be a huge fight for boxing, huge fight for the African-American community, the black community. It's a huge fight for the Hispanic, Mexican community. Great fight for boxing. I hope it goes down, but they got to do what they got to do first to get there. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.